for Kapatisi TV.
Together we achieve, together we can fly, reaching for the sky.
ICFA University, Meghalaya.
Katanat Social Welfare kasor kajala ringkat kajing trailang ke Drug Reduction Elimination and Action Mission bak Clinical Psychology Society of India haka arpnutrek naitung ada punreo kala pelong ya kajing yathir yenia kumno banwat ikilat kelenti banweng na kajing haka emlang kasalang na kajing delay jong kibreo kibala kerni how drugs hakani kajala hakani kajing yathir yenia Kaulalong ha auditorium ka St. Anthony's College Shillong laidon lang advisor katanat social welfare uba polling do bolong hukum kongsan u principal ka St. Anthony's College u Dr. Father Akadias Puwen associate professor clinical psychology department GMC Guwahati vice president ka CPSI ka North East region ka Dr. Mithili Hazarika u mission director ka Dream uba Francis Karsiyang bat kuwe.
Round of applause, please. I'd like to begin by reminding us about one of my most favorite quotes from Mother Teresa, when she had said that the greatest disease in this world, the worst possible disease in this world, is not cholera or TB. It is the fear of being ignored. And as we gather here, the words of one of the previous speakers, Dr. Rajeshwaran, when she spoke about empathy, support, and understanding. I'd like this audience to internalize this thought. Most of us would confuse between what is empathy and what is sympathy. They sound so similar. But sympathy is something you feel for someone from the outside. Sympathy is when you say, I am sorry for you. But empathy goes a few steps further. Empathy means that someone does not only feel bad or feel sorry for another person from the outside, but that person steps into the shoes of the sufferer and internalizes that experience. Once he internalizes that experience, he can truly feel what it is to be a burden to the family, a suspect in the eye of society, a suspect in the eye of the law, and a potential winner who has become a liability to everyone, including himself. So with that understanding, I believe this workshop can do wonders. We have a small gathering here, small in the sense that we are about 200 of us in a state of 4 million people. But the greatest changes in history have always happened through the smallest possible number of people. Therefore, we can be the source of transformation. We can be the source of change. We can make sure that society flips on the other side and does a course correction through our united efforts. All of us here are makers and shakers of society. There is a saying that there are three categories of people in this world: people who watch things happen, people who make things happen, and people who don't know what is happening. I leave it to each one of you to individually examine yourself and put yourself in the right category. Do you watch things happen? Are you aware of what is happening? Or do you also make things happen? And of these, Myanmar, it is known that its biggest trade, its biggest produce, its biggest revenue earned comes from heroin and other types of drugs. Manipur is just at the tip of the border with that country. Historically, when China took upon the narcotics traffickers in the country and went for extreme measures of extermination and punishment, the entire trade shifted to Myanmar, bringing the problem closer home to us. Likewise, when the Taliban went against narcotics in Afghanistan, the pressure became even more intense because the focus again shifted to the Golden Triangle. So these are problems that we are confronted with. But there's a saying that where a small mind sees problems, a big mind sees opportunities. It is for us as a society, it is for us as a region to decide whether we will emerge victors or we will play victims of our circumstances. One of my most favorite lines that I've come across is that a hammer would break a piece of glass, but it would forge a piece of iron. Therefore, my brief message today to all of you is to continue to pursue relentlessly to fight this good fight. I would repeat that it takes a small group to bring transformation and change. Not more than 50 persons have gathered to conceive the idea of a free and a new country the United States of America. When the idea was first conceived, quite a few laughed and scoffed, saying it's impossible. Today, despite Trump, that country is still the only superpower in the world. It takes Christ and his 12 disciples to bring about a transformation that no other faith or movement has been able to sustain over several centuries. Therefore, the instruments of change are in our hands. The instruments of change are in your hands. We only need to move in the right direction. Make sure that the hands that touch cell phones and other objects also touch lives. Feet that move, let them move in the right direction. Eyes that see, do not merely see, but also establish a vision. Ears that hear, do more than hear, listen. Listen with empathy. And hearts that beat with compassion and love. I wish the workshop all success. Thank you for listening.
Kanong ba bernihan kadon ha upod usam ha pedeng ka Assam bat Meghalaya ka we ka them artli ki jila ha ka benta jong ka Assam dan kumba ar phaudli ki karkhana red category bat ka Central Pollution Control Board kalapin banaya ka te ka than kum ka jaka ka belong critically pollutant hang ta kadon ka air quality monitor ka balapin pau ya ka khubor bala pau perthai ha ka benta jong ka Meghalaya pan dan tang santali ki karkhana red category ka jo ka le air ka baya benta lang hinrai ka jingmi cha bo ka ya pher de na ka ta ka daw kini artli ki jala menta kis dang pen khre banthau ya ka joint action plan